Kiara, good evening. This is Mary Joseph coming live from Hamilton. I am a senior manager and licensed immigration advisor with HAV in Hamilton. We are an education and migration services company. And all those people around the world who like to come and experience New Zealand's beauty, resources, opportunities, education. So basically, we are the channel for you guys to come to New Zealand and explore the opportunities available here and make New Zealand your home. So yeah, we are a team of licensed immigration advisors. We are three now on the team. Are also based in Hamilton. I'm the senior manager. Have and the latest newbie in the era, who's based out of Delhi. She's an ex-INZ officer. So we as a company have been in this industry promoting New Zealand education for we just completed 15 years this year of promoting New Zealand as an education destination. And we've been also promoting other migration pathways for the past 6 years. But then it's amazing. It's been an amazing growth of market. It's been amazing to see the number of students increase from about 6,000 to 4 times now. And this was a time when I started in this industry in 2005. The dollar rate, if you look at it, New Zealandian rupees, it was just about $23 23 rupees a dollar. So and now it's twice the amount. So you can imagine how much the country has grown. You can imagine how much of opportunities have increased, and things are very, very different to what it was when it was 15 years ago. But then New Zealand is a smaller economy when you compare to most other countries. You compare it with a lot of people try to compare it with Australia, try to compare it with Canada. I mean, the sheer size of the economy you cannot compete with. You cannot compete with the size of the country. But I think if you look at it as a sample size, New Zealand's perfect as a market. New Zealand's perfect as a place to try out opportunities. It's a great place to live with families. It's a great place to settle down. It's a great place to retire because the life expectancy in New Zealand is much higher than what it is in the world. It's nearly 10 years higher than what their life expectancy is. People are more happy, people are friendly, and you wouldn't have heard of any terrorist activity until the very unfortunate one that happened earlier this year. However, there has never been any traces of terrorism in New Zealand. It's a corruption-free country, and New Zealand is a country that has a very, very high tolerance for people from all types of backgrounds, races, religion. You can coexist in harmony. No one will offend you for your faith and belief, and most importantly for your color. And so yeah, so it's an amazing country. I myself am a migrant. I started off with this little bit of speed because earlier this week, Arun and myself attended a talk by Professor Francis Collin at the University of Waikato. So he's someone pretty young PhD professor. So he basically spoke about how migration, is quite common in today's world, and how people are looking at better living conditions, better prospects and growth, and simply a change. A lot of people are looking at migration just as an opportunity for a change. So but then there are a lot of factors that go back to how migration can work for one person and how different it will be to somebody else. So it is important to take the help of the right people. You could be two different individuals from the same backgrounds, probably the same family, but it is not necessarily you will have the same pathway or the same opportunities as the other person. For that matter, my husband and I, we study together in the same college, but we are now working in two complete different industries. He's a bachelor's in marketing and in commerce and marketing and advertising, and I'm also the same. But then I am into this industry and he's into public relations, so we're in two different industries. So it doesn't mean that you will have the same pathway. So you need to talk to somebody who's knowledgeable to understand what your strengths are, to understand. Now I'll give you a very, very classic example of something that happened today. So I was talking to one of these clients who were a family that are based in Singapore, and she has done a bachelor's in finance and banking, and but then she's got experience as a data analyst. Now nobody can think a business graduate could probably be doing something in data analyst, but then she's got a very strong background in mathematics, and she's an amazing candidate to do something in analytics, which is not recognized unless and until you talk to somebody who's knowledgeable about it. AJV's role in your pathway to come to New Zealand will be to first of all find out what pathway you're eligible for. Are you eligible for migration, direct migration? Are you eligible for migration through work, or are you eligible for migration through study? So we will analyze that first. We will not just offer you study as a pathway just because we will make commission there faster. Okay, that's how we make our business run. We get paid when we promote schools and colleges and universities in New Zealand, and we get our commissions from them. We are not shying away from admitting that fact. So but the first thing we will do when you approach us to see if you will qualify with the other two pathways, which will be relatively cheaper, which a pathway through a skilled migrant category or work to residency, or will it be through a work visa pathway where you have job offers already, and how you will be able to come into New Zealand. I'm getting increasing number of calls and inquiries from people who say, hey, you know what, I have a job from New Zealand. Most of them are IT and construction professionals, saying, hey, you know what, I've got a New Zealand employer willing to pay me XYZ salary, and how can I come into New Zealand? So we will help you to find out which is the best pathway for you, cost effective and the most convenient, depending on your living conditions and your family conditions. Yeah. So whoever is interested, I'm sure I'm just waiting for the questions to kick in. I've got my beautiful team on standby. But first thing first, if any of you would like to look at opportunities in New Zealand and want to understand how it works, please feel free to send your CV for an assessment first, yours and of your spouse if you're interested. If you're married, please email it to immigrationadvisor@ajvglobal.com. Our first step will be to assess to see where you fit. Yeah. And if you're qualifying for any of the migration pathways, we'll tell you that straight away. We will not push you into studying, because that's what a lot of agencies do, and we don't believe in doing that. We believe in showing you the best pathway, and we are more concerned about the outcomes and not to put you on a plane and then forget about it. That is the reason we are based here in Hamilton. Right. So I think enough of introductions. Before we get into this live session, we do these live sessions every week. In fact, now from next week onwards, we're going to do 3 live sessions. It's going to change the schedule a bit, because earlier Arun used to do it on Tuesdays. I used to do it on Thursdays, and we used to close the week. But with 3 licensed advisors, we're going to spread it out. Arun will be doing Mondays, I will be doing Wednesdays, and Tulika will be doing Fridays, or probably will suits your schedules as well. I know that people from across the globe watch these live sessions, not just from the Indian subcontinent and the South Asian regions, but everybody across the globe. So we available at different time zones will kind of help you also to come online and ask your questions. So great. I'm very excited to have a good session today. So some ground rules. What the drill is, you'll have to start with saying, hi, I'm an AJV client, my advisor or visa officer so and so, and then your question. Non-AJV clients or people who are coming in for the first time and watching this for the first time, or are not working with us, you will have to mention your contact details as phone number with your international calling code, so that I can answer your questions through the session. And towards the end of the session, I will give out the contact details so that you can contact us through that. Great, sounds good. So let's start getting into the questions. I see there are quite a few come in. My team's on standby. Thank you very much, team. They're always there. The minute they know that we are going live, and they're all on standby. And these live sessions are a great way of training as well. So they're kind of always are quite excited to come onto these live sessions. Anyways, so let's start with the first question. We have the first one is top fan Rahul. Hi Rahul, thanks for coming online. He says, hi, I'm an AJV client. Whether visa interview will be conducted if documents and funds of